everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of All Star Wrestling. This is Vince McMahon reporting, and this week we shall take you to St. Louis, Missouri, and witness a matchup to open up things here this week on All Star Wrestling with Pete Doherty going one-on-one with the Superfly, Jimmy Snuka. We will also, ladies and gentlemen, take you to Piper's Pit this week with his very special guest. And in addition to that, of course, on hand in an update will be the former World Wrestling Federation champion, Mr. Bob Backlund. Also, I might add this week, the Tonga Kid is ready to step into the ring with Cowboy Bob Orton. Mr. Orton, of course, returning to the World Wrestling Federation and without a doubt considered one of the finest athletes in the World Wrestling Federation today. A very special edition of All-Star Wrestling coming at you this week. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Take you to a matchup as well with B. Brian Blair squaring off against Mr. Wonderful Paul. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring without a doubt, one of the premier athletes in the history of professional wrestling. And without a doubt, one of the extraordinary World Wrestling Federation contenders. Yes, indeed, a jam-packed capacity crowd lining up, waiting for the presence of the one and the only Superfly, Jimmy Snuka. Let's go up for our ring announcement.
This contest, scheduled for one fall, with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing the principals. First of all, from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing 246 pounds, Pete Doherty. And his opponent from the Fiji Islands at 250 pounds, Jimmy Superfly Snooka.
It is going to be the pleasure of the World Wrestling Federation tomorrow night on Sunday, April 22nd, to make its initial appearance in Wayne, New Jersey at the William Patterson College Recreation Center. It is going to be a big night. Tickets are on sale at the center for this stellar event at 8 p.m. tomorrow night, featuring the ladies tag team matchup, featuring the Wild Samoans, Bob Backlund, Tito Santana, and more. Tomorrow night, Wayne, New Jersey, World Wrestling Federation at the Patterson College Recreation Center.
It's all on between Mr. Doherty and the Superfly. I guarantee you that. The Irishman from Boston is really staggered. And the Fijian, Snuka, waiting for Doherty to enter the ring again. What a physique on the Superfly. My goodness. And he can do just that. Fly in that ring like nobody. Look at the smile on the face of Doherty. Rather unusual athlete, I would say.
I would have to go along with that.
Snuka asserting himself with a side headlock, grinding it out here. You hear Doherty there screaming. Doherty, very verbal wrestler.
The last time I heard something like that was in a dentist's office.
Was where?
In a dentist's office.
Apparently not a very good one. Oh, what a chop. Look at that. Oh, wow, retaliation. When Snuka lets it go, something's going to happen. Doherty, bent over. Oh, with a chop down to the canvas. The Superfly staying on top of Pete Doherty. Snaps him over with one arm.
He can really electrify wrestling fans all over the world. You're seeing him in action, as Vince was quick to point out, one of the very best ever in the World Wrestling Federation.
Look at the bicep on Snuka. Takes over his man. He really whips his body into it. Head scissor, kick out. Snuka right back up and takes over Doherty.
Oh, he's just like a
machine. Snuka trying to find a measure of escape. Using a backdoor method. He has escaped right now and quickly to the side headlock. week of hair from our vantage point, 2 handfuls. Referee Warren started. Up goes Doherty. Slap to the canvas. Snuka backs off to the rope. Oh, down into the head. Snuka. Oh, look at here. Goes up now. Look at this. Oh, another headbutt. Referee has not counted. Finally 2 and gets the 3rd count. Is he something else? Superfly Snooka. We'll get the official time.
The winner of this bout, Jimmy Superfly Snooka.
Superfly Snooka gets the duke. Let's go now, ladies and gentlemen, to what we saw just moments ago. Here now, in a patented Superfly maneuver, Snuka with a headbutt off that 2nd rope. And I'll tell you, no one can do that quite like the Superfly. Superfly Snooka on to victory, and you can see the response of this capacity crowd. Yes, indeed, they love him. There's only one quite like the Superfly. Let's go up to Gene Okerlund and the Superfly.
All right, congratulations. Great victory for you, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. And obviously, the rapport of the fans, certainly a source of strength and inspiration for you this week.
Well, I just want to tell you one thing to the people, that I love them so much, and I appreciate the confidence they still have in Jimmy Snuka. Only one thing I'd like to mention. People, there's only one thing you got to remember and always think about. Is confidence and have faith in yourself, and especially for you people that I love so much out in TV Wonderland. Without you people, ladies and gentlemen, got to do it. And that's the way exactly the way I feel about you all. My opponents take one step at a time, and that's what I look for.
Well, I thank you very much, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. I'm going to let you get back to the locker room. Great match for you. Vince McMahon, take it away.
All right, the Superfly. He is indeed nothing short of extraordinary. No competition at all this week. You wonder who would go one-on-one with Mr. Snuka and come out victorious. Not too many. The Superfly reigns supreme. Yes. When we return, ladies and gentlemen, here with this special edition of All-Star Wrestling, we shall have a very special World Wrestling Federation update with the former World Wrestling Federation champion, Mr. Bob Backlund. After which, we shall take you to a matchup with Cowboy Bob Orton, squaring off against the Tonga Kid. The special edition of All-Star Wrestling continues momentarily. Magazine on sale now. This week's update concerns former World Wrestling Federation champion, Mr. Bob Backlund. In an article in the official World Wrestling Federation magazine entitled The End of an Era, it documents Mr. Backlund's rise to the World Wrestling Federation to the top rung of the ladder, and documents as well his injuries sustained, however, in the match against the Iron Sheik in his fall. But also, ladies and gentlemen, it documents his determination. And it's his determination and his drive that took him to the top rung of the ladder that's likely to take him right back up there again. Yes, indeed, he is back at a 100% capacity and looking forward to climbing up to the top rung of the ladder. We'll look forward to Bob Backlund.
A world-class wrestler. And I think that is demonstrated quite clearly here with that very unique suplex, taking the Tonga Kid off the ropes, bringing him down to the mat. 1, 2, 3, and of course the pinfall. Great victory, great World Wrestling Federation action. Your winner, Cowboy Bob Orton.
Those of you who would like to drop us a line this week for this special edition of All-Star Wrestling, we certainly invite you to do so by writing to World Wrestling Federation headquarters, in care of Post Office Box 1538, Greenwich, Connecticut, 06836. When we return, ladies and gentlemen, a very interesting interview. So stay with us. We'll be back as we continue with this special edition of All-Star Wrestling with an interview segment.
Wrestling fans, get ready. The World Wrestling Federation at Madison Square Garden this Monday night, and from top to bottom, I don't mind telling you, it is absolutely sensational. Ladies tag team action, a bevy of beauties on this great card. B. Brian Blair to meet one of the Wild Samoans. Salvatore Bellomo to meet another of the Wild Samoans. Tito Santana assigned the task of defending the Intercontinental title against Samoa number 1. Gentlemen, if you would please come on in. Return bout, former champion Bob Backlund, Lou Albano to face your man.
We got heard you. This is New York City, baby. And I'm New York City born and raised. But let's talk about the main event. Let's talk about the man, Bob Backlund. The dummy that went in the ring with an injured shoulder. Don't stand back. I'm not spitting on you, brother. The man that went in with an injured shoulder and got beaten in Madison Square Garden. Now the dummy is coming out into the ring. We all know what happened in the last encounter. We kind of humiliated Bob Backlund because we technically on points were ahead. But the match was thrown out. It went through. Both men were thrown out. Now we're back in the return. Tell him, Hammer, what you going to do,
Greg Valentine, your thoughts about this big one Monday night?
Returning in Madison Square Garden, the greatest arena in the world. Bob Backlund versus Greg Valentine. Not the first time. A lot of times we have knocked heads. We have locked horns in that great arena. But this time, Backlund, this time there's going to be a winner. I couldn't believe what you did to me last time in Madison Square Garden, putting your chicken wing hold on me when I was outside the ring. Well, how would you like it if I put the figure 4 leg lock on you outside the ring and broke your leg in half? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. But the main thing is that you're looking at the man that's going to get his Duke raised, the winner. You're a stepping stone, Bob Backlund.
I thank you very much, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Sheikh Lahani, Ayatollah Fred Blassie. Gentlemen, come on in. Sergeant Slaughter this Monday night, Sheikh.
Madison Square Garden. Soldier Slaughter, think about it. From South Carolina, America, to the Big Apple, Madison Square Garden, you want to get a reputation and you want to receive the votes. Heavyweight champion from Tehran, Iran, the Iron Sheik. Mr. Soldier Slaughter, I get the receive call, I get the home call, the Saturday Sheik. This time, make him suffer. This time, get that camel clutch. Just like you get the camel clutch from a stupid camel. And after that, I spit to his body.
Thank you. The man here that is coming unglued already. I thank you very much, Fred Blassie and Sheikh Lahani, the Iron Sheik. Bob Backlund, come on in. Bob, this coming Monday night, in response to the comments of Greg the Hammer Valentine, your thoughts?
Well, it's always tough when you get in there with Greg the Hammer Valentine. He's got a lot of momentum going, and he wants to put me down for the 1, 2, 3 or get me in that figure 4, and I want to do the same thing. It's going to be interesting when we get in there. I'm going to battle it all the way. People in New York City have always been right behind me. Got a lot of friends there, and I've been doing a lot of extra work since I haven't been the World Wrestling Federation champion for a while now with kids, with the Special Olympics, out at a few of the hospitals, and I even the other day talked to a young athlete out of taking drugs. It's a very rewarding thing for him. You want to ask me about steroids. And I talked him out of it. He wrote me a letter and said, thank you for talking me out of that. That was one of the most rewarding things I've ever done, to know that I helped a young man.
Oh, Bob Backlund, God love you, I think. That indeed.
Those are the kind of things that I've been working on lately. It's been important to me. I've been going around giving a lot of talks to different organizations about that same thing. And anytime I can help somebody, I'm sure going to do it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, he is a former world's heavyweight champion. He is truly a gentleman, and he's really got his hands full, to say the least, in the form of Greg the Hammer Valentine. This Monday night at Madison Square Garden, plenty of good seats still available. By the way, I should remind you, 6-man tag team action, also part of this great card. On one side, the trio of Roddy Piper, Paul Orndorff, and Dr. David Schultz. They're going to be opposed by this combination: Ivan Putski, Tony Atlas, and Rocky Johnson. In addition, Backlund meeting Valentine, Sergeant Slaughter to go against the Iron Sheik, and Samoa number 1 to challenge Tito Santana for the Intercontinental title, ladies tag team action, and a whole lot more. This Monday night, Madison Square Garden, World Wrestling Federation action.
take you to Roddy Piper in Piper's Pit and his guest, the reigning World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, Tony Atlas and Rocky Johnson. Before we take you there, we would like to state that the views expressed in Piper's Pit, those of Roddy Piper and his guest, Atlas and Johnson in this case, and certainly not necessarily those of us here on the World Wrestling Federation Network. So now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take you to Piper's Pit.
We have the distinction of having the world's heavyweight tag team champions, Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas. That happened to be the very first black heavyweight tag team champions in the history of wrestling. I've known a lot of famous blacks, such as these gentlemen. There's Shirley Temple Black. There's all kinds of them.
Okay, we're not out here to listen to your smart remarks. You got anything to say, you say it and get it on.
Okay, if I got anything to say, how come you sit in the gym pumping all kinds of weights? All of you are sitting here with all kinds of muscles, and the only way that you can win the championship is to have Lou Albino come and hit his own man in a chair with a chair, made an accident, a mistake, you cover him. 1, 2, 3, you sit around here, call yourself the champion. Is that honest? Is that, you call yourself a real champion?
That's right, we're the champions. All it did was with Albano, it backfired. He had no business interfering in the match he did. We just outsmarted him, that's all. We just have to have a little bit more brains.
Wait a second, a little bit more brains. A little bit more brains. Yeah, you're a bright light, aren't you? And this is your partner here. Now, just wait a second. No, am I stuck for words? Yeah, excuse me. No, I'm sorry, man. I don't come from your family. Are you kidding me, man? Are you trying to tell me if you were the real champions and you really are the champions, why don't you take these belts, put them up in a tournament, everybody give a shot at it, and if you are the champions, you win again, and then you can be undisputed the heavyweight champion. I'm sorry. Am I talking over your head? I'm sorry, wait a second. Am I talking over? Just hang on. I got two guys here. Guy can't say nothing. The other guy's stumbling and mumbling. What they got here is million-dollar bodies, got no brains at all, for nothing, no how. They're sitting up here like...
Let me tell you something. At least we got million-dollar bodies, and how's it feel when you don't have either one? No muscles or no brains.
How does it feel when you got no muscles and no brains? That's fine, but what I'm saying to you... Take a walk. You can go and take a walk just like you want to do. I'm sorry. You can say, are you still with us? Hello, are you there? Nice sweatband, 75 cents. You still with us?
Well, Mr. Piper, first of all, I want to thank you for all the nice things you said about us. That was awfully kind of you.
It's a pleasure.
Well, you know, sometimes a lot of people look at you as being a bad guy. But you can't be too bad, because you got the same kind of skirt my wife wears. And honey, you even wear the same perfume that she wears.
Obviously you're in trouble if I'm better looking than your wife.
The always controversial Roddy Piper, obviously taking exception to Tony Atlas referring to his kilt as a skirt. In a moment, ladies and gentlemen, we shall take you to St. Louis, Missouri. What a matchup awaiting you now. We will join the match in progress. One of the great veterans of the World Wrestling Federation, Chief Jay Strongbow, setting his sights on big, rugged Dr. D, David Schultz. Let's go now and join this matchup in progress.
Gets him out of the corner, whips him to the circle, really in there. Oh, that kick! Won't go over. Jay Strongbow could very easily have hurt his back on the apron of the ring. He went all the way down the steps. Jay Strongbow now on the concrete floor, and Dr. D. David Schultz really dipped Strongbow into the corner. Join us tonight at midnight here on Channel 9 for Championship Wrestling. It's 60 great minutes Championship Wrestling tonight at midnight here on TV 9. And don't forget about the official World Wrestling Federation magazine. It's now on sale at your local newsstand. Or if you'd like to subscribe, 8 issues for only $14.47. Send check or money order for that amount to WWF Magazine, Post Office Box 1538, Greenwich, Connecticut, 06836.
Strongbow, after coming over the apron, literally fell down the steps, each one of them. Right on his back, you can see he's holding his ball. Oh, no! Down to the apron again. I'm going to add insult to injury.
Schultz having the time of it.
Schultz yelling at Jay Strongbow. Strongbow trying to make his way back into the ring. A gallant effort on the part of Strongbow. I'm not too sure how wise it is, but a gallant effort. Ooh, forearm again on the back of the head. Dr. D. David Schultz with a knee, and down again goes Jay Strongbow.
Well, the one thing I can tell you about David Schultz, he is not going to give any man an opportunity when he's got him down. He's not going to let up. That is just not part of his physical makeup.
Strongbow has had many a match in his long and illustrious career, but I don't believe he's ever had one quite like this one here this week with Dr. D. He is really taking a punishment. Schultz with a handful of hair now. Referee should consider perhaps stopping this matchup at this point. Oh, right in the back again. Oh, with both hands. A hammer down in the upper back. And Schultz is not letting up at all. The unrelenting Dr. D all over Jay Strongbow. Look at this. Strongbow with a knee. Schultz backed off a little bit, not much. Well, he caught him there.
I am somewhat surprised at that.
Trying to set up Jay Strongbow. Dr. D with the momentum. To the rope, trying to set him up. Yes, indeed, connects on the side of the head. Strongbow is out on his feet. Oh, my. Strongbow through the ropes, outside again on the concrete floor. Oh, no, Dr. D. Schultz now out on the apron. Here is, oh, my, with a forearm down again across the back. Schultz, unrelenting.
Side this week.
Well, Strongbow will need more than encouragement. Strongbow, if you ever say die attitude, there's no doubt of that. The man, there's no quit in Jay Strongbow at all. No quit at all. But perhaps there should be here in this match. Wait a minute. Put by the ankle. Schultz coming out. Strongbow. Oh, yeah. Oh, keeper's table has demolished. So Jay Strongbow with David Schultz giving the roll. Goes to the goal. Madison again into the table.
The Ridgewood Groves Arena in Queens. You know where it is if you frequent the place for the great World Wrestling Federation action. It should be an unbelievable array of Nat talent coming to the Ridgewood Groves Arena this Wednesday night, April the 25th. Such stars as Greg the Hammer Valentine, Rocky Johnson, and Dr. D. David Schultz will put up their wrestling know-how and knowledge at the Ridgewood Groves Arena in Queens this Wednesday night, the 25th of April.
Reeling in the corner. Strongbow running into a kick. Schultz quickly up on the rope. Schultz. Oh! Drop the elbow on Strongbow. Hit two. Gets the 3 count.
Didn't even have to hook the leg on that one. Absolutely devastating. On a part of Dr. David Schultz. Schultz, though, feeling some pain as a result of this outing.
No doubt of that. Let's get the official time from our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout, Dr. D. David Schultz.
Dr. D. David Schultz victorious, and he's greeted by a round of boos from this huge capacity crowd at the World Wrestling Federation event. Let's take you now to what we saw just moments ago. Strongbow being helped up as we saw, but here, earlier on, this is why he needed the help. Right off that second rope,
What an
Dr.
elbow.
D. David Schultz with the elbow, a crushing and typical Dr. D. David Schultz elbow smash.
Yes, indeed, that was quite a typical way of Dr. D. David Schultz polishing off his opponent. Nonetheless, you can bet Chief Jay Strongbow will be counting the days until, once again, he will have the opportunity to step into the ring and face Dr. D. David Schultz. When he has that opportunity, you can bet that'll be some kind of match. The Federation today are just about ready to lock up in St. Louis, making reference to B. Brian Blair and his opponent, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. We will pick up the match after the introductions, and this is going to be a match I'm sure you will long remember. Let's go now to the videotape.
Right hand. My goodness. A right hand right away. Another one. Orndorff with Brian Blair.
Oh!
Atomic knee dropping right away. Paul Orndorff asserts himself. Look at the smile on the face a moment ago of Orndorff. Proud of taking charge of the... Oh, wow. It's all Orndorff right now. As we stated earlier on, when Paul Orndorff is ready to turn on the hot action, he can really do it.
Not to the liking of this capacity crowd. Oh!
Orndorff choosing not to use the scientific tactics that he is gifted with. And look at this crowd. Rather, Orndorff choosing to use the more aggressive type fisticuff tactics. Blair having great difficulty thus far.
Right in front of the eyes of the referee.
Paul Orndorff stalking his head, caught him wide enough breadbasket here. Knocked him off a little bit. He wasn't suspecting that. Left hand as well to the abdominal area. Brian Blair keeping the punches downstairs, however. One shot that appeared to go up into the throat area.
Well, I'm certain that hit home in the windpipe just from the physical reaction of Mr. Blair.
Off the rope, missing with a right hand, coming back. My goodness. Blair almost reversing things dramatically there for a moment. And a whip over to take down by Paul Orndorff, leaning into B. Brian Blair. Great organization sponsoring World Wrestling Federation events starting this Tuesday night, the 24th of April in Mountaintop, Pennsylvania. At the Crestwood High School gym, Tito Santana has been signed to appear. Then on Thursday, the 26th of April, in Central Islip on Long Island at the high school out there, Tony Atlas will headline an all-star card. Then on Friday, this Friday night, the 27th of April, at the Hightstown, New Jersey High School gym, the Wild Samoans and Tito Santana are coming. Brian Blair coming on strong with momentum. Scoops up Orndorff. Lands it down to the canvas. Drops the elbow right in the bush.
And listen to this capacity crowd respond.
Blair has damage to left shoulder and continues to do more damage. From pillar to post now. Back. No. Gets him hooking. Will he get him? No. Nice maneuver by Brian Blair. Arm drag takedown. Continues to whip and work on the left arm and shoulder. What an exciting matchup.
Now you talk about your seesaw battles. This one typifies the kind of action you'll see in the World Wrestling Federation. Back and forth. I said earlier, a classic matchup, and indeed it has been all of that and a whole lot more.
Yes, but initially it appeared as though it was going to be a lopsided affair in the favor of Paul Orndorff. And as you stated earlier on, B. Brian Blair has really made a counting of himself. Hair pull from our vantage point. Whip to the rope. Nice drop toe hold. Nicely done. Oh, but look, what a reversal. What a reversal by Blair. The date will be Wednesday, the 2nd of May, and that can only mean in White Plains, New York. The Wrestling Road leads to the Westchester County Center. Coming to White Plains on the 2nd of May,
Rowdy Roddy Piper in individual competition. You'll also see Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff and Superfly Jimmy Snuka. It's the Westchester County Center, White Plains, New York, Wednesday, May 2nd for World Wrestling Federation action.
Back on top now. Shoulders look down from our vantage point, only one. Look at Orndorff raising a left shoulder.
Well, in all due respect, the referee is right on top of it. Right on top of it.
They're wrapped up like an octopus in there at the moment. Blair better keep his shot. Uh-oh. Blair still hanging on. Blair in the standing position. Adding a little more pressure. Back to the standing position now and to the rope. Nice shoulder block. Blair over. Orndorff right back at him. Oh, no. Oh. Oh. He was airborne. Orndorff really favoring his left arm and shoulder.
Blair was airborne.
Unfortunately for Blair. Wait a minute, let's stay with it now. Orndorff attacking Blair. Back out again. Let's go back, take a look at what we saw moments ago. Paul Orndorff now. Here we go.
Look at this.
Blair now is going to hurl himself over and look, sidestepping Blair and a whip right through the ropes out on the concrete floor. He went sailing out of there. Back to live action. Orndorff getting more life in the left arm and shoulder. Orndorff with momentum. Blair now back out on the apron. Orndorff. Orndorff throwing deep flying Blair into the retaining. Now back out. Oh no, not on the concrete floor. Oh,
Look at the convulsing body of B. Brian Blair. Call that Mr. Wonderful. Oh.
Blair appeared as though he had been dropped face first, or maybe throat first. Out on the gate. Oh, this is turning into a real Donnybrook here.
This is something sort of a street fight, a back alley brawl.
Paul Orndorff. With Blair still out on the apron, spins him over backwards. Oh, you can hear the smack of the flesh across the chest. Oh, a kick to the side of the head and the back of the head. But look at Blair. Surprisingly, you would think that Blair would be totally out on it. Give this young man extraordinary credit. Look at Orndorff gesturing for him to come into the ring. Shoulder block by Blair. Goes over. Pushing. Oh, trying to hold him to the rope. Orndorff trying to hold him. One. No. My goodness. For a moment, it appeared that B. Brian Blair was going to pin Paul Orndorff. No, through the ropes again. Well, look at Paul Orndorff strutting his stuff in extraordinary physique. Where did Blair go? Blair is on the outside, the opposite side of the ring. Blair is sneaking up behind Paul Orndorff. Blair coming up behind Orndorff. Tapping on the shoulder. Oh, my, what a right hand. Another one. Oh, the grab kick for Blair. Blair with tremendous momentum. Where did he hit him down? Orndorff in a most compromising position. Oh, my word. I cannot believe the comeback on the part of Blair. grab by Blair. Setting up Orndorff, drops the knee on him, go for the cover. This is phenomenal. Orndorff, unbelievable resiliency on his part as well. Knee lift by Orndorff. Seesaw battle, nip and tuck all the way. Another knee lift by Orndorff. Blair scooped up, no, behind him now. Puts the hip, gets him off, that's going to be it. That's going to do it. One, we get two. Oh, no. We get one, he's pulling it right. Oh, tremendously controversial decision based on the fact that I think we're going to see in a second or two here. Listen to the boos by this capacity crowd. Ready to go at it. The referee saw one thing. Let's get the official word, after which we'll take a look at a replay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff.
Blair is livid.
Well, justifiably so. Paul Orndorff gets the Duke. Let's go back and take a look at what we saw just moments ago now. All right, here. Over goes Orndorff early. There. Look, yes, definitely. It's not the momentum of Orndorff keeping the shoulders down. Orndorff rocking back, and he's pulling up on the tights as hard as he can. Unfortunately, a very controversial decision. Gets to do. Mr. Wonderful chops up one more in the victory column.
And indeed, another notch in the victory column for Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. You can bet B. Brian Blair, however, will look forward to an opportunity to once again step into the ring with the self-professed Mr. Wonderful. For the benefit of those of you who would like to drop us a line this week, we wholeheartedly welcome you to do so. We enjoy your questions and comments every week. We ask you to invite you to join us here on our regular scheduled wrestling program to write to...
In front of a national television audience, certainly aware of the animosity that exists, the way that it built up between the former world champion, the Iron Sheik, and my guest at this time, Parris Island, South Carolina, former U.S. Marine Corps DI Sergeant Slaughter, perhaps, along with Terry Daniels, by the way, the latest inductee into the Cobra Corps. Sarge?
Just a minute, Gene. You're a little late out here this morning. Where have you been?
No reason, sir.
What's the first word out of that filthy mouth of yours?
Sir.
All right. Good. Go over there and do some push-ups while I do this.
Sir, yes, sir.
Dismissed. Move it.
Really, Sergeant, you're hard on the man.
I'm doing it for his own good, Gene.
All right.
Like I trained every boy out there. It was all for their own good. Iron Sheik, I thought you were tough. I thought you were a tough fighter. You come out here with all your medals saying what a great wrestler you were. You went from Iran all the way to Los Angeles, and you got all these medals on your chest. Well, I got a medal myself, and I didn't get it from putting somebody's shoulders down on a wrestling mat. It came over in Vietnam.
Oh.
I got a bayonet right there, Iron Sheik. I got the Purple Heart. That's the kind of medal I like. You think because you got a few stitches in my head over in Nassau on the island that I'm going to stop coming after you? You're crazy. I'm coming after you like I never went after anybody in my life. I hate you. I hate what you stand for. And it's a great feeling knowing that everybody out there is behind me. USA, all those flags were there. And when I heard USA, USA, it made me really feel like getting out there and doing something.
Thank you very much, Sergeant Slaughter, this Monday night.